Everyone completely assumed the premium pocket camera was totally dead and buried, officially murdered by the computational photography of our smartphones. Honestly, I'll believe that narrative when I see it, because the latest leaks hitting the supply chain are painting a wildly different reality today. While Cupertino is busy hyping up marginal camera bumps and slightly expanding their massive camera bumps, Sony is quietly preparing a device that might just make your heavy, rigged-up iPhone look like an absolute toy. After years of complete radio silence, the legendary RX100 lineup is reportedly coming back to life. We are talking about the Sony RX100 Mark VIII hitting the expected 2026 release roadmap. And if these specs are even half true, this might be the only dedicated pocket camera that actually justifies taking up space in your everyday carry bag. Let's break down exactly what is happening behind the scenes, because the hardware gossip right now is getting insane. At the absolute center of this massive rumored upgrade is a totally redesigned sensor. We're looking at a brand new 1-inch stacked Exmor RS CMOS sensor. Now, Ming-Chi recently detailed how the Apple supply chain is heavily struggling right now when it comes to trying to physically expand camera modules for the upcoming iPhone models. Doing this causes massive internal design compromises, squeezing the battery and forcing weird motherboard layouts. Sony simply does not have that problem here because they are building a dedicated device. According to supply chain reports floating around DG Times, they're taking this massive sensor and pushing the RX100 Mark VIII well past the 24-megapixel mark. That is a very meaningful jump over the 20.1-megapixel sensor found in the older Mark VII. But a new sensor means way more than just a simple marketing bump in megapixels for the side of the box. It is the absolute foundation for wildly better color reproduction and massively higher dynamic range. Physics dictates that a smartphone simply cannot match this level of raw optical quality. You get greater flexibility for cropping into your photos without sacrificing detail. And most importantly, you completely avoid that hideous, over-sharpened oil painting look. You know exactly the look I'm talking about. It happens every time your iPhone tries to computationally fix a heavily backlit or poorly exposed photo. Are you actually tired of the overprocessed smartphone look ruining your memories? Let me know down in the comments below, because honestly, it is getting completely out of hand lately. Of course, a massive sensor requires extremely heavy processing power to keep up. Sony is supposedly pairing this new chip with their latest Bion's XR image processing engine. This is exactly where things get heavily competitive with Apple's silicon. Mark Gurman has consistently noted that Apple is facing some interesting engineering challenges with their newer chips. Sometimes their TSMC 3 nanometers yields occasionally result in annoying thermal throttling when you push the iPhone camera to do very heavy video lifting. It gets hot, the screen dims, and the frame rates drop. But bringing the Bion's XR into a dedicated compact body changes the entire equation. It could make the RX100 Mark VIII perform entirely like a professional alpha camera rather than a basic point-and-shoot. You get unthrottled performance. You never have to worry about your phone overheating while shooting 4K, and your daily driver experience changes for the better. Video creators probably have the most to gain from this massive hardware shift. The previous generation already gave us highly impressive 4K recording, but expectations have wildly shifted since those days. The latest leaks, heavily backed up by component data from the ELEC, suggest the Mark VIII will finally support much higher frame rate 4K recording and, even better, 10-bit internal video. This gives you vastly improved color depth for professional video editing. Anyone who has ever tried to intensely color grade 8-bit smartphone footage knows the pain. The footage falls apart instantly. The skies get banded, and the skin tones look plastic. Having 10-bit internal video on a camera that literally fits in your jeans pocket is amazing. You get real optical depth of field, actual natural background blur, and zero fake computational artifacts bleeding around the edges of your subject's hair. Rumors also point toward heavily upgraded image stabilization. Sony is allegedly combining optical lens movement with AI-assisted electronic correction. Shrimp Apple Pro actually chimed in on a similar thread regarding stabilization algorithms, noting that if Sony nails this tech, you could record cinematic handheld footage without ever needing to balance a heavy gimbal. Low-light performance is getting what looks like the biggest technical overhaul in the camera's entire history. Early reports floating around Mako Takara indicate a massive jump in quality, with a new sensor and processor combination delivering up to 2 full stops of better noise performance. That means capturing crisp images in very dim restaurants or dark city streets without relying on a weird 3-second night mode exposure where everyone has to freeze like statues. Combined with Sony's highly refined color science, which is inching way closer to their professional alpha lineup, you finally get actual natural skin tone straight out of the camera. Autofocus is Sony's absolute bread and butter, and the Mark VIII seems ready to absolutely embarrass the competition. Apple has a massive internal push toward AI features right now across the Apple ecosystem, but Sony is using AI specifically for raw hardware-level autofocus. It will grab onto faces, eyes, vehicles, and birds with terrifying precision. Seamless integration between the sensor and the autofocus algorithm is non-negotiable for modern creators, and it is exactly why professionals always stick with Sony. We also have to talk about the battery, which was frankly the absolute worst part of the older models. The old battery gave you maybe 260 shots per single charge. The new leaks point to a massive 30% increase in battery life, making it heavily practical for full-day shooting without anxiety. On the connectivity front, Sony is finally making USB-C the standard for charging and data transfer here, killing the old ports and bringing it in line with everything else in your bag. They are also adding new UHS-2 memory card support to entirely reduce buffer times when shooting fast bursts. Ross Young has been tracking massive shifts in display tech across the industry, and rumors point to a much brighter rear OLED display with increased resolution, so you can actually see what you are shooting in direct harsh sunlight. Pricing is always the ultimate deciding factor. Leaked pricing structures for mobile devices show constant upward trends, and the Apple tax just keeps getting heavier. Smartphones are getting more expensive every single year. But if Sony can somehow position this new camera strictly between $899 and $999, they have a certified absolute winner on their hands. It sits right below the starting price of a base iPhone Pro, offering a true mechanical optical alternative for people who truly value real manual controls. So, would you drop $900 on this dedicated camera instead of upgrading your smartphone this year? Drop your thoughts below. In my personal opinion, having a physical camera with a massive 1-inch sensor in your pocket brings the joy right back to photography, and I cannot wait to see if these rumors become reality.